So I've had a few people ask me on Instagram, this is how do you get from Wyboo to Potato Creek from the canal. So we're going to run down the dam, stay about 80 or 100 yards off this dam, and there are a few stumps, so you need to be aware. I think it's like some logs that got pushed up with this current, and there's a few stumps on this dam. We're going to run down the dam, go across the old Santee River, and then we're going to aim for a channel marker, a river marker that leads you back into the canal. But this is for entertainment purposes only. If y'all try to run this and y'all hit a stump or a log, do not blame me. But I'm just going to show y'all how I run it. All right, so there's stump number one. You see it right there. But there's a few more running down here. The water's a little bit high, so you just have to be aware of that. But again, this is entertainment purposes only. This is not educational. If you come down here and tear your shit up, do not blame me. So this stump's about halfway from the end of the river markers to Wyboo and Potato Creek. But there's a few more. You just have to be aware, and like I say, a lot of times with this high current, it pushes logs up against this and they get hung up. So, but that's the one I always look out for. So we're gonna head towards the first dam, and we call that the old Santee River. Another thing, I tried to get out here yesterday. If the wind's blowing, not from this dam, if it's coming across the top end of the lake, it gets extremely rough out here. And especially in front of this old dam where we're about to run, it'll get extremely rough over here. So if the wind's blowing 20 to 25 miles per hour, you need to be aware. I turned around yesterday, it just got too rough. Because once you get up to the current where the dam is, and that wind's pushing against that current, it gets really rough, which, I mean, it gets rough anywhere on this lake when the wind gets up. But we're gonna get back on plane, shoot towards this dam, and then there's a river marker that I always aim for, and I'll stop at that river marker when we get there. Disclaimer one more time, entertainment purposes only. There's always stumps. I mean, I know people that, I've been on this lake since I was 4 years old. No one knows every stump in this lake. So you just have to be aware and just look out for logs and everything that's floating. Got 4. All right, this is where it gets extremely rough. Even you could see how it started getting choppy with this current, and especially if the wind's pushing against the current. This is like a wash machine. And like yesterday, I tried to come across here and I just turned around. It was too rough. We had I know a good 20-mile-an-hour gust. So from here, go to the end of this dam. Oh, entertainment purposes only. If you come down here and tear your shit up, it's not on me, because even though you can't really tell from a video, I'm showing a few people that asked me on Instagram how to run this. But I'm gonna go down to the end of this dam, cut off to this channel marker, and I'll tell y'all what number channel marker I go to. Entertainment purposes only. I can't stress that enough, because there's so many stumps on this lake. I mean, it's really dangerous if you don't know, if you're not familiar with it. And if you're out of state, like a lot of people that message me on Instagram, I mean, I really wouldn't run a lot of this unless you got a local kind of show you how they run it. But let's jump back on plane and we're gonna hit the channel markers. So that's number 40, as you see. And that way it'll take you to Rocks Pond, Spires, the other safe channel that's across from John C. Take a left and you're going to hit the canal. That's what we're about to do. And disclaimer again, I mean, you probably seen it got really rough right there in front of that dam, and it's going to get worse. I'll probably won't go back that way this afternoon because the wind's just going to be too much. I'll probably go down behind Spires and hit the safe channel and hit John C, and then hit the river markers over there and the safe channel over there, and then hit Nelson's Cut. But I'll go ahead and drive to the canal and we'll end this video. But like I say, this is how I run it, but you need to have somebody show y'all how to run this, really, because if you don't, there's not many dumps going through there, but it's just a few on the dam. but you just have to be aware, and if the water rises, those stumps are going to be under the water. All right, so that was Alex Harbin. This is the mouth of the canal. If you keep going, you'll hit Canal Restaurant and then Black's Camp and then straight into Lake Moultrie. But like I say, that's just how I run it, entertainment purposes only. A lot of people have DM'd me about running from, I guess, the tournaments in the canal and going to Potato Creek and Wyboo. But you probably need to get with a local and they can kind of show you exactly how to run it. That's the best way, I think. But I've been on this lake my entire life, and you still, I mean, there's some places where you might hit a stump. When that water drops, if it drops 1.5 feet, 2 foot, I mean, you just never know. But